looking forward to Arcania Gothic 4, although I had never played any of the past titles. But a lot of people warned me not to play it because they said it was a lot like Risen. And if you had seen my past Risen review, I hated that game. Like, I despise that game. And a lot of you out there hate me for hating it. That's okay. So I was a little nervous about giving it a try. But lo and behold, I tried it anyways, and I loved it. I absolutely adored it. And here's the difference why Arcania Gothic 4 is not like Risen. Yes, there were some similarities, but overall, Risen felt like an RPG game made by people who had never played an RPG and didn't understand everything it takes to make a successful RPG. Where Gothic 4 really felt like these guys knew exactly how to make an RPG. Not only have these guys played it, but it felt like they actually enjoyed the genre as much as I do. So overall, that gave the game a nice little polish that Risen didn't have. It took me about 20 hours to beat the game, but I do play games that are open world a little obsessively, where I will go whenever there's a new land or area I haven't been to that's now accessible. I do go through and explore every last inch before I start any missions. If you do the same thing, let me save you some time. There's real no need to do a lot of the exploring because of the missions will take you there. They will make sure that you do get all the locations completely explored, and you will not miss a single cave even if you do not explore before doing the missions. It will make sure that everything's, laid out for you, which made it so much more easy to really get into it. Unlike Risen, where you were doing so many backtracking and back and forths, and you'd go here and this guy would say, now go here and deliver this. You deliver it, and then you have to go back and tell the guy you delivered it. There was none of that stupid, just waste of time missions. Everything was exciting, everything was fun, and there was no backtracking. As long as you don't go exploring everywhere first, like I did, there's really no backtracking. The game is constantly moving you forward. All of the story was pretty cliched. The whole thing about the guy needing to get revenge for his fallen family, that's a little overdone. But I really didn't care that the story had been overdone. I had a really good time with the game itself. The graphics, though, sucked. Like, were really, really, really bad. The environments weren't that bad. It was the character design that was some of the worst that I've seen in quite a while. There were times where the characters would be talking and their mouths wouldn't even be moving. They just were really blocky and ugly. I also really didn't like the conversations. There's no conversation wheel. There's no choosing, what to say and how to say it. There are things you'll open up and you'll be able to pick, I want to ask this question. But no matter what, you're going to be asking everything available. There's not like a way to ask it, or if you want to be good or bad. There's none of that I would expect from most RPGs. So that kind of disappointed me. Also, the leveling up is not as RPG-ish as I would have expected. Like a lot of RPGs now, this is really unfortunate, but my character can do the same things that a mage can do. Like if I'm playing all melee weapons, I have the same powers and the same skills as a mage. And most old school RPGs and a lot of PC RPGs, they know how to break that up. If I'm a melee character, I should be able to open up on my skill tree just the melee skills and specials and everything. And I shouldn't have the same exact skills available to me as like someone that's playing purely magic. So that's one thing I was disappointed about. The skill tree was non-existent. It was just a bunch of lines and you could choose, I'm just going to upgrade these. They really didn't do much at all, which made me kind of just feel like that part was rushed, which was a disappointment. I did like the overall change in environments and change in places that I went to. It was not all in like a medieval town or medieval land. I went through these different caves and dungeons and, an ice world and then a lava-ridden area, and it all changed a lot, which was awesome. So overall, I really, really enjoyed Arcania Gothic 4. It makes me want to go out and play even more RPGs, but more RPGs that are more like an RPG. A lot of them nowadays are kind of skimping out on the RPG-ness. This more was just like a big open world game where you could fight with a sword or a bow and arrow or use magic, and you had an inventory system. I wouldn't really say this was hardcore RPG. I miss hardcore RPGs, you know, getting off topic here. I haven't played a really, really good RPG in all senses of RPG, none other since Dragon Age, of course, but I'm going to go with like Champions of Norrath and Baldur's Gate. Where have those games gone? Give me some more of those. You know, I want something that's really, really in-depth and really sucks me into that world, and not something that reminds me constantly that I am just playing a video game. But that's all I have for you guys. If you were thinking about trying out Gothic 4 or something to add to your coming up Christmas list, I would completely recommend it. I had a great time with it. Those 20 hours went by really quickly, and I was so in love with the game that even when I would lay down to go to sleep and I'd close my eyes, I'd see the game. Has that ever happened to you, you know? Like you're trying to go to sleep and all you can picture is everything you've been seeing in the game. But anyways, I loved the game. I really, really recommend it. Go out and try it if you haven't tried it yet and you've been looking to get into an RPG. I think this one was great.